guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Dawn and this channel is Dawn Does Keto. This channel is all about my accountability and my personal journey on the ketogenic diet.
You gonna say something?
Yeah, I have to admit, I don't want to make this video.
Wow, that's gonna kick everybody in the teeth. You better edit that out.
No. I don't want to make this video. This is going to be a rough one. I'm just going to be honest with you.
I don't know why it's going to be rough for you. I'm the one that's been struggling like big time.
No, we've both been struggling. You struggle with what you eat. I struggle on the scale, even though I'm not eating off plan as much as you are.
Right, but that's something that, you don't have complete control over that because you can't dictate how your body's going to react.
There was a meme on Facebook or something the other day that I saw, and it said the struggle bus should have a loyalty reward program. And I was like...
Well, you're as loyal as they come.
I was like, dang, that would be awesome if it did. Because the struggle bus, I've been on it a lot.
Let me tell you something, folks. I think we both got our license to drive the struggle bus. That's how it's been. Just with vacation and the busyness of summer, we haven't been as diligent, but it's gotten I think it's gotten worse than I even anticipated it might be.
I went back and looked at the app that I use that I track my weight in, and I have basically been on an upward trend since the 4th of July. I'll go down a little bit, I'll stay the same, I'll go up, but if you look at the overall trend, it has definitely been up. We will talk about our weight at the end of this video, but that's obviously a spoiler that it's not good.
Not necessarily.
No.
We're just trying to throw them off the track,
right.
Throw them off the scent.
Today is Wednesday, so this video is not going out till Thursday. So as you can tell, we're not on schedule at all.
Yeah, I know. I went to work, Tuesday, and normally, my phone goes off around 10 o'clock that the video comes out.
Yeah.
And I didn't think about it on Monday that
we didn't record
anything. No. So I didn't really think about it.
And it wasn't because we just didn't record. I wasn't home on Monday. We'll talk about last week, which would have been in Tuesday's video.
Right.
But we were gone over the weekend. We went camping. We talked about this in a previous video. We were at Geneva on the lake with friends. And so we were gone all weekend. Monday evening, I was gone and didn't get home till after 9 o'clock at night. Yep. And we just weren't going to record a video. I didn't have the energy to stay up all night to edit it.
And that in itself tells you where we've been.
Well,
she didn't have the energy.
Not just that, and that's not because of my diet, because I've not been terrible, off plan, but I haven't been feeling good, and I've had an earache for probably 5 days now. It's something like that.
Yeah.
And so by the time I got home on Monday night, I just wanted to go to bed. And that's just the truth. I just did not feel like recording a video. Like I said, I didn't get home. It was like 9 o'clock and there was just no way it was happening. Then last night, my daughter and her future mother-in-law and I got together to go over things for the bridal shower. She left and it was after 9 o'clock again last night.
Yep.
So there's just no chance to record a video. And here we are, it is 9:12 on Wednesday, so it is after 9 o'clock at night. If we did not record this video tonight, it wasn't happening at all because Mike won't be home for the next 2 days. So let's backtrack and we'll talk about last week. We ate out 3 times last week.
See, I don't even remember last week, if you want to know the truth. I honestly do not remember.
Well, I ate out on Wednesday. My sister came over. We spent the day together. And one of the things that we always do 99% of the time when we hang out is we order Chinese food. And I did order on plan. I had chicken and broccoli.
Yep.
But chicken is inflammatory for me and broccoli is inflammatory for me. And it is.
And what kind of sauce does that come with?
I'm not really sure. I don't think it's like the cleanest. And that's kind of what I was going to talk about, was that even when you feel like you're making good choices when you go out, you don't have complete control over ingredients.
Right.
So you don't know exactly what's in it. If there's probably some sugar in the sauce. Mm-hmm. So I had chicken and broccoli. That was Wednesday night. Thursday night,
Wait, before you go there, not only did you have Chinese, but then you messaged me and said, hey, we're getting Chinese, would you like some? Yeah. I'm gonna go down, you might as well go down with me.
I wasn't going down.
No, I know. But I got Chinese and mine was not on plan. rice.
Yeah, I had no
General
rice. I had
Tso's.
no rice, nothing like
Yeah,
that. So I just had the chicken and the broccoli. That was it. Thursday, we impromptu, very last minute, got together with a friend of mine that was in town. He lives in Kansas City, Missouri, and happened to be about 40 minutes, 50 minutes from where we are. And we decided to get together for dinner with him. We went to Bonefish Grill, and they have an appetizer we always get when we're there called Bang Bang Shrimp, and it is breaded. So that would be considered for me like an off-plan thing.
Yep.
But other than that, I had chicken, I had a salad, and I had Brussels sprouts. Again, all keto foods, but all foods that tend to be inflammatory for me. I was again having chicken, tons of veggies.
Yeah.
So in the course of 2 days, I had chicken twice and tons of vegetables.
Yeah.
I was feeling that for sure after that second day. Then we left Friday to go camping, and Saturday we spent the day walking around with our friends at Geneva on the lake. It was super hot, super humid. We had a wonderful time, but we ate all the food we had at the campsite was totally on plan. Ate everything clean there.
Well, for you.
Yeah, I did. I stayed on plan, but we got food out at I got food at a Greek. All the food at Geneva on the Lake is set up like fair food, kind of.
It's like a giant, it's almost like a giant fair.
Right. And so they had a Greek stand that had like chicken on a skewer again
More
with
chicken.
the chicken. I had more chicken. Out of all the options there, it was probably the best option. I could have possibly gotten a burger, but the burgers were kind of expensive, and to just get a burger with like no bun or anything would have probably not been worth it.
Well, and we had burgers at the campground too.
And we were eating burgers at the campground. So we brought hamburgers, bacon, hot dogs. We had all that stuff there. And the night before, Jen and Joe prepared dinner for everybody, and they did chicken Phillies.
Oh, yeah.
So
You're right.
So it was chicken with, veggies and stuff like that. And I got it again with no bun. It was just chicken, cheese, and peppers. But again, with the chicken. So
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times this past week I ate chicken. But it was an unbelievable amount of chicken.
But you got to keep in mind too that, and you do this to yourself a lot when you go off plan. You make choices that under the conditions are the best choice.
Yeah.
Like the chicken was the best choice at the time, and you could have done far worse.
But being completely transparent, I didn't just have the chicken. Mike had gotten fries with like cheese and bacon on it.
Oh, yes.
And I ate a couple
You had
bites
a couple
of
of
those.
those, yeah.
And then my chicken skewers came with like pita bread, like flatbread that had garlic and butter on it. And I had some of that too.
But again...
But for me, those are literally the only things that I would consider that were like completely off my plan.
Yeah, but again, I mean, they were in very, very small amounts.
Yeah,
you
they
know,
were
you just, if you compared us and the way we ate, I fell off. I just completely tanked it, and you made the best possible choices under the circumstances. I mean, you do that all the time. And I know that inflammatory foods are probably your biggest weakness, if you want to use that term.
Yeah. I love chicken, but I never eat.
But you don't eat that much, right?
I had chicken 4 times this past week, which is unheard of. We just don't eat chicken that much anymore. Chicken was my go-to when I was on, always dieting, like on the standard American diet, and I'd go on a diet because we were always
because
told,
it's lean,
and
eat
low fat. So chicken was my go-to. I still love chicken.
And it's not terrible for you. It's just the inflammatory.
But I found through doing beef, butter, bacon, and eggs and different things like that when I do have chicken, it does affect me.
Right.
So the other thing while we were camping was I did have 2 adult beverages. They were the Topo Chicos that I talked about in the last video. They have 2 grams of carbs in them. They're not completely crazy with sugar or anything like that, so that's one reason why I like them. But I did have 2 of those this last weekend. Something else I wanted to mention, we love camping. I'm enjoying it more than I ever thought I would.
Right, me too.
But I don't sleep good when we're camping. We don't have a great mattress.
I mean, most campers don't.
Yeah, it did not come with a great mattress. Our plan is to eventually upgrade it, but at this point we can't do that.
Right now
we have a lot on our plate. I felt like over the course of last weekend, I got like almost no sleep at all. It was, we both came home tired, which camping's supposed to be relaxing.
Well, I mean, it was relaxing. We weren't like under any stress, but when you go to bed at night and you don't get a restful sleep, then you're going to feel
So I was feeling that for sure, just not getting the rest that we should be getting. So this week has been just a little bit of trying to like catch up and, you know, sleep a little bit better. But in general, I've talked about this before, because I am going through the change. I'm not sleeping through the night anyway. I'm up
hot, cold.
Yeah, I'm
hot,
up
cold.
all the time in the middle of the night, having hot flashes and different things like that. And my sleep has just been really bad.
Yeah.
That's something that I've had to deal with. And when I don't get enough sleep, and maybe you guys can understand this, when I'm tired, I get snacky. So during the day...
That's interesting. I never really thought about that.
Yeah. So during the day, if I misunderstand being tired for being hungry.
No, that's not... I mean, there's a lot of misunderstandings.
And sometimes that you feel like, oh, if I just eat something, I'll feel better, because you're run down, you're tired, you're not sleeping.
Trying to give yourself a boost of energy, maybe.
Right. So I tend to snack more, and all keto foods, but I just tend to snack more when I'm overly tired. So that's been something that I've been struggling with.
Well, you know, when we're talking about struggles, and I know a lot of, you know, my struggles are a lot of times my own fault. I mean, I'm keto flexible. We've talked about that. But I'll tell you what, I've noticed from the beginning of the year until now, we've lost our structure that we had. And for me, if we don't have that structure, that plan, like we were looking at each day, planning ahead.
And we're just so busy.
Well, we're busy.
It's unbelievable.
But again, that's on us. We brought that on ourselves. The one thing that we haven't done is stay structured and disciplined, because we are busy, and we use that as an excuse. I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I blame that because it's easier than blaming myself for making poor choices.
We've been talking about doing some kind of reset. Mike actually mentioned to me the other day doing like maybe a keto chow reset, where we do keto chows like 2 to 3 times a day for like a week, and just to see, you know, what would happen. But I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. At this point, we have so much on our plate and so many events going on and gatherings with our friends and different things. I just don't think we can work it into our schedule right now. But it is something that maybe like down the road.
We would be setting ourselves up to fail.
Right. Like tomorrow, he's going to an Indians game, and he's going out to eat with the guys before the game. And then Friday night, he's going to one of our local minor league baseball games, the Rubber Ducks. And he has people coming in from out of town through work that he is basically entertaining for the evening.
Just
work
work-related.
Associates from another state that are coming in to visit.
Yep.
Next weekend, we're going to be in Tennessee. Well, we will stay on plan, because that is a keto event. So for any of you guys that are going, they're doing the low carb for a better health in Dixon, Tennessee. Mike and I are not going to the actual conference itself. We did not buy tickets to go to the conference, but we are taking our camper down there, and we're going to stay for the weekend and hang out and visit with friends. Jen Delaney will be down there. Dustin from Keto Simple will be down there. Jackie from Jackie's Keto Journey will be there. We're going to be down there just visiting, not necessarily going to the event.
Right.
Now, if you do want to see us at an event, we will be at Keto Palooza at the beginning of October. It runs October 6th through October 8th. If you have not gotten your tickets yet, from what I understand, they have less than 100 tickets left. If you have not gotten your tickets yet, there is a link down below that I think gets you $20 off your ticket. And if you want to go, Mike and I will be there. We would love to meet up.
Well, that's all you need to know there.
We would love to meet up with you guys. That's really the next like major keto thing that we're going to be at.
I mean, I think it's
really the only
one.
Yeah.
After the Keto Ohio meetup earlier in the year. This is it, because you know we got the wedding. Our daughter's getting married in December, and it's getting crunch time.
Right.
So we got
that's
too much to
something else
do.
I was going to kind of mention. Although camping is relaxing and it gets us away from everything, we have a lot going on because our daughter is getting married this year. I have a shower coming up in October. The wedding's in December, which also is right around Christmas. So that's causing just like another layer of stress for us.
Well, you know, it's funny. I didn't think about it, but the wedding being when it is at the beginning of December is right between Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's like right dead in the middle.
Yeah.
So you're just looking at bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
That whole time period is going to fly by.
Our daughter also has her 21st birthday coming up at the beginning of September. So there is just a lot going on, a lot of planning for different events. And I'd be lying if I said my stress level wasn't just a little bit off the charts. Because...
And I really think, I feel like that's kind of my issue too, because I'm also not sleeping great. And I feel like just all of this stuff is just kind of rolled up now, and I'm starting to feel the effects of it.
Yeah.
And then when you put on top of that the poor food choices, that makes you sluggish, and it makes you, inflamed, and you just don't feel yourself. And so I think that
I don't feel sluggish. I'm not run down, I'm not like wanting to sleep. Like before I started keto, I could stay in bed all day.
Oh yeah.
And I could never do that now. I have the energy I need to like get up, get going, do the things that I need to do, but I have a lot to do. So it has definitely got my stress level like peaked. I'm sure my cortisol levels are up for sure. So real quick before we jump into the weigh-in results, we did do our giveaway for the Keto Chow Pina Colada large bag that we gave away in the last video. And the winner was Marilyn McManus, and I have already messaged her and asked her to send me her information, because Keto Chow is sending that directly to her, but I wanted to share that with you guys as well. So congratulations,
Marilyn.
Congratulations, Marilyn. We are super excited, and I'm so happy that you will be getting that. So I made a really bad mistake too the night before weigh-in. So I'm going to weigh in on Monday morning, and what did I do on Sunday night? I was up working on something, and I ate some Chow Zero.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I was already in bed.
Yeah, Chow Zero right before you weigh in, is probably not necessarily the best decision to make. But I got up on Monday morning and I weighed in at 177.2.
Where did this trend start at? Like, where were you at your...
my lowest, since I started this channel, I was so excited. I finally hit 169. So I'm like, I was all excited, like, hey, I finally got in the 160s. But because of this slow trend, if you look at the trend, I'm up almost, 8 pounds since the 4th of July? Like, that's a lot. And it's just been a little bit here, a little bit there, vacation, and just not getting all the vacation weight on, and then being up again, a little bit, Anyway, guys, it's not good. So I'm up about 1.6 pounds last week. And what about you?
Well, it's funny you should mention that. So when we got back from the Outer Banks, I weighed in, even though you did not, because of the whole take a week off after vacation. And I was at 159. I was in my realm there, but I haven't weighed myself since.
Yeah, he's completely avoided the scale.
2 weeks in a row, I did not weigh myself, and it's not because I didn't want to, because I'm not afraid of the scale, and it just doesn't bother me. If I'm up, then that just means I have to get more disciplined. I just forgot. I've been busy, not sleeping well. I get up, I get dressed, I get ready for work, and I don't even think about it, and I forgot 2 weeks in a row. So I'm not going to get on the scale today or tomorrow. I'm going to wait till Monday, stay on cycle, and hopefully come out of the weekend smelling like roses.
Yeah, so I haven't been back on the scale this week. I weighed in on Monday. I was at 177.2. It is now Wednesday, so I don't know where I'm at this point. I didn't, re-weigh myself when we decided to sit down and make a video. This week's great. I haven't had any issues. I did go out to eat on Monday night with my sister and my daughter, and I had a burger with a fried egg on top and bacon, and I had some Brussels sprouts. So again, with the Brussels sprouts, but the place we went are known for their Brussels sprouts. It's called Butcher and Sprout. So I had to have some Brussels sprouts while I was there, but ate on plan totally on Monday. And then last night I just ate here at the house, and when we eat at home, I always eat on plan. This week so far has been good.
Yeah, and I've done pretty good this week as well, because again, when we're at home, we don't have that stuff, the non-keto stuff in the cupboard, so we don't eat that way.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't mean that, we can't order out or we can't stop and grab something quick that's not good.
Which we do on occasion, but it's not very often.
No, and I almost did yesterday. Our daughter was talking about how hungry she was and asked Dad if he would pick us up something for dinner, and I almost fell for it, but I didn't do it. So I came home and she said, I thought you were going to pick up some food. And I said, nope,
Changed
didn't
my
do it.
mind.
I changed my mind because I don't need it.
There was food here. We still had bacon left from the weekend, and I had just some like lunch meat roll-ups and some yogurt. And
you know something else that we had that you ate along the lines of chicken are those chicken sausages.
yeah, I had those. Was that last week?
I thought it was.
Was that before weigh-in?
I don't know.
It wasn't Monday
Maybe
or
it was
Tuesday.
Maybe it was Sunday.
Yeah.
Maybe we had them Sunday evening. Yeah, I think that might have been when it was because we didn't eat them over the weekend at the campground.
Yeah, I had bought some chicken sausages that I found at 7 Grains that had really clean ingredients, but they are chicken. And one was like a garlic and Asiago, and
One was
the
like
other
an
one was
Italian.
like peppers and onions or
Yeah.
something like that. And I did have a couple of those. So yeah, I didn't realize till you just said that
So
that
that's
there was
another
more
chicken.
more chicken.
More chicken.
And that was on Sunday on top of having the Chalk Zero right before I went to bed, which was a terrible decision.
Right.
But anyway, guys, just, you know, keep us in your thoughts. We are, I don't want to say we're doing the best we can because we're not.
We're
really.
not. No.
But
we're human.
yeah, we'll never give up on our goals.
Nope.
This is our lifestyle. This is our way of eating. So it's not going to be like, oh, well, you know what? Forget it.
Right.
It's not worth it anymore, because it's definitely worth it. We can tell in the way that we feel, and we don't want to give up on that.
No. And sometimes, and I'm not saying that this justifies anything, but sometimes you have to go the other direction and feel the negative side so that you can appreciate just how good you feel when you stay focused.
Yeah.
So I know for me, I think that's something that keeps me from just completely throwing in the towel and walking away from, you know, the keto lifestyle, is that I know what it felt like on the good end, and I'm feeling again, I'm being reminded of how it feels when you're not. So, yeah.
I don't want to say we just have to get through this year, but right now with everything, Mary's birthday and the shower and the wedding and the holidays right around the corner, it's like, that's why I'm saying we're not going to try to throw out anything and try to do a challenge right now.
Right.
There's just too much going on, and like Mike said, we'd be setting ourselves up for failure. But I do want to stay as clean as possible. I've also bought a dress to wear to this wedding, so I can't be like putting on a ton of weight or that dress will not fit.
Right.
So we've definitely got to just get back on track and stay clean keto. And that's always what my plan is. That's it, guys. We just wanted to give you guys a quick update, let you know where we're at. Like I said, this was not an easy video to make. It's very hard to come out and say that we're struggling and that the weight was up again, for me anyway.
I'm sure it was for me too. So
that's the part that's very difficult for me, is to come on here and say, oh, look guys, I'm up again. Oh, look guys, I'm up again. Like, it's very hard to do. But like Mike said, we're human, and we are always going to be honest. We are not going to sugarcoat it and...
Nice term.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Make it seem like we're doing everything perfectly when we are not. We hope you guys stick around. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification button. That way when we upload our next video, you will be alerted to it. Not exactly sure when that'll be. We are trying to stay on schedule, but we have, like I said, a lot on our plates right now. So we are getting out videos whenever we get a chance. So we'll see you guys in the next one.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, guys. Bye.